All right, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a nice day. I do have a couple of fun projects for you. I'm so happy to be back here creating some cute, easy projects with you. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all. So we are going to make a cute little Valentine's card in a little treat box here. You'll have all of the supplies. You'll just need a little bit of adhesive. So let's get started. So for your card parts, you should have, get all my pieces out here. I stuffed them all in one envelope. And I think that's it. Okay, so you should have a pink piece that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. A piece of pink ribbon that is about 12 inches long. Then you have a piece of designer paper. Now everybody may have a different color. I never have enough for all of the kits, for the amount of kits that I have to provide. So then you have some words that you can use inside. And then I put this one for the outside. And we're going to make a Groom here. So this is the black. It's for your feet. This is his face, nose. And where is my hat? Whoops. And my hat is a little Christmas tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of cut the trunk off a little bit. I'm just going to make a little curve. Like that. So let's attach our paper to the bottom of these clouds. Now there is a sense of direction. You can look and see which way you prefer. I'm going to do mine this way. As most of you know, I like to use Tombow. For those of you that this may be your first time joining, my name is Corinne Sandin. I teach stamping and scrapbooking here in the Lewiston Auburn area for over 20 years. So we're going to attach that right down here at the bottom. I like to use the wet type of glue because it gives me a few minutes to adjust it if I need to. Okay, so then you have a piece of ribbon which we're going to put on. I call it my cheating method. Let me turn a little more light on. You might be able to see better. Okay, so you want about 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm going to cut that about right there. Now you can use your glue dots or tape or scotch tape or whatever you want to hold this on. I'm going to grab a couple of my glue dots. Some people use scotch tape and that's fine too. So I want it just above this little piece of paper that we put on. The reason that I do this cheated method, I call it, is because it cuts down on the weight. So if you're going to mail this, it helps with that. Plus it gives me a few minutes to adjust where I would like my tie or bow. Grab my bone folder. Now if you have one, that's great. If you don't, you can use the edge of a butter knife or a credit card or even a ruler. So again, I'm going to take a little bit of Tombow. And I want to center that so I have a nice little frame around it. try to get as much of the same amount all the way around if you can. So let's make our little Groom. So this is his beard, which is going to get attached right here. Again, if you have tape runner, that's perfectly fine. You want to align it up so that the edge of that leaf is even with the bottom right here. And then we're going to put his little nose on. And again, I'm going to just use a glue dot. Oops. And I'm going to try to stick it up underneath his hat. If I can. Depends on where my glue dot. So something like that is fine. And then we're going to attach it right up here. And then you're just going to take a black pen or a marker, whatever you have, and make a little mouth. Now you'll have some stamping pop-ups in your bag that you can use to put your Groom on. They may look a little different than what I'm using right here. It's because this is what I have at my desk where I do all the videotaping. I'm going to bring that down just like that. Then I can take this other piece and slide it underneath and just tie a knot. Then another little trick that I do to keep my tails the same size is I hold them together and I cut them both at one time. Make sure you have a nice pair of sharp scissors. Looks like I want it just a little bit shorter. Perfect. So see, this allows you to move this up or down, whichever way you want. Then we have some words that I pre-stamped for you. And I'm going to put those right up here in the corner. Now you can, I did put some words in, I think you can use inside if you want to. If you don't, you can just write your own personal message here. So the little box is already pre-perforated for you. So if you want to make some more, it is like out of cardstock, so you could copy the template and make yourself a few more. So let's assemble this. First thing I like to do is fold on all my score lines. So what you're going to do is make sure these tabs, these two little tabs here, are facing this way. Let me fold this back so you can see it a little bit better. Now if you have a hard time keeping them in, you can certainly put a little glue dot there. But I think if you hold it and you push down tight on this, and then take your bone folder or your butter knife or whatever you're using to score, then press this down very well. I think your ends will stay in just fine. So again, make sure your two little tabs are in. Press this down. Make sure that little tab goes in the slot. And then I already gave you some candy to put in it. I'm not going to put anything in mine because I think I'm going to put some money in it for one of my grandchildren. So then you're just going to add your 2 pop-ups. I would not tie your ribbon until you either put the candy in or you're ready to give it. So this is going to go right down here in the corner. Just like that. A little bit of glue behind this. Or even a glue dot probably would hold it. And then this sweet, sweet love snail goes over in the other corner. And you can see from the sample, you're going to tie your ribbon around it. This one has the candy in it, so you can see what it looks like. 4 pieces was a little bit too thick, but 3 was perfect. I only have 2 in here, but I gave you 3. 3 does fit. So why don't you put 2 in and eat 1? That's my idea of stamping. I need to have something sweet when I'm stamping. So let me tie this back up. Now another thing is, if you have a hard time getting things tied up, get yourself a little glue dot handy. Whoops. Get yourself a little glue dot handy, all ready to go. And you're going to stick it right under here. And you put your knot right on that little glue dot, and it will help you be able to tie your bow a little bit better. I am using the micro-sized glue dots. I believe they're 3/16 or something like that. So they're pretty small, about 1/8 or so. There. So you can see how tiny they are. Alright, so let me bring back in the cards. So I hope you enjoyed these projects. I know they're quick and a little bit easy, but without knowing what people's stamping level is or if they have any additional supplies, I have to kind of keep it that way. So I hope you enjoyed these Valentine treats and send them to your loved ones or neighbors or friends. Until next time, I'll be back next month. You have a great day. Stay safe, be kind, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.